Hello and welcome back to Leftbox 360. Today we are talking about the original Borderlands. Borderlands presents itself as a raucous, hyper-violent looter-shooter. Its irreverent nature is a deeply ideological narrative, one that mirrors the colonial expansion of European empires and the aspirational mythos of the bourgeoisie. The game's setting, Pandora, is not just a lawless wasteland, but a deliberate feudal capitalist dystopia, where the ruling class, Atlas, Jacobs, and the other megacorporations enforce a rigid hierarchy of exploitation. Atlas Corporation, with its militarized enforcement arm, the Crimson Lance, and its chosen colonial governor, Commandant Steele, embody the naked brutality of imperial expansion. The Vault Hunters, far from being liberators, are the desperate foot soldiers of this system, lured by the promise of wealth, but forever trapped in a cycle of extraction. They, much like the British colonizers of the Americas, arrived under the guise of opportunity, carrying the delusion of the temporarily embarrassed millionaire, the belief that they are just one big score away from transcending their circumstances and joining the elite. The Vault Hunters embody the idealist fantasy of upwards mobility, the idea that sheer determination, or in this case, hyper-violent accumulation, can lift them from poverty to power. This is the same lie that's sold to the working class under capitalism, that they are not oppressed, but merely pre-rich. The game's loot-driven economy reinforces this, offering endless gear upgrades as a substitute to real systemic change. Yet no matter how many guns you collect or how much money you earn, the Vault Hunters remain tools of the ruling class. The Crimson Lance does not simply occupy Pandora. They reconstruct it in the image of corporate imagination. That is to say, soulless, cold drudgery. Their outposts are fortresses of order amongst the wasteland. Their soldiers are clad in fascistic armor, their authority enforced through indiscriminate violence. This is not just a military occupation. It is the East India Company with energy shields and high-powered rifles, a privatized empire where the flag of Atlas flies over mass graves. Commandant Steele, as the face of this regime, plays a role of a colonial administrator. She does not see Pandora's people as citizens. They are an obstacle or they are labor. Her mission is not to civilize, but to secure the Vault's power for Atlas alone, reinforcing that Pandora exists solely for resource extraction. The Vault itself is the ultimate bourgeois lure, a promise of infinite wealth, the colonial fantasy of El Dorado. But when it's finally opened, it does not bring prosperity. It unleashes a monster. This is the game's most biting critique. The dream of the Vault is a lie. Just as the New World was mythologized as a land of opportunity while delivering genocide and slavery, or the way the American dream has only ever brought death, destruction, and oppression, not only on Americans, but on the entire global South. Pandora's Vault offers only destruction. Yet the Vault Hunters keep chasing it, because in the end, they are not heroes. They are addicts, hooked on the dopamine rush of loot, unable to imagine a world beyond plunder. Borderlands could have read as a critique of capitalism if its gameplay loop did not glorify the very system it would mock. The Vault Hunters are unknowingly indoctrinated foot soldiers of empire, perpetuating the same cycles of extraction and violence that the corporations rely on. In this sense, Borderlands is less a rebellion against capitalism and more a playground where the player's greed is indulged, but the structures of power remain unchallenged. Borderlands could also have been a story about overthrowing capitalism. Instead, it's a parable of failed resistance. The Vault Hunters did not break the cycle. With all their money, all their guns, they instead perpetuate it, proving that rebels who fail to see a better future outside the current system means they're just another gear in the machine. The old master may fall, but the system remains. Pandora's fate is not freedom. Hyperion reigns.